Happening for your education on April 6th of this year, Governor Susana Martinez signed support for transferring students into law. This law provides protection and assistance to students in the child welfare system, juvenile justice system, or those who are experiencing homelessness by maintaining a strong academic track through their personal adversity. Joining us now is Ezra Spitzer, who is the Executive Director of NMCAM, along with youth advocate Marco Martinez. Gentlemen, thanks for being with us this morning. So learning more and more about this organization this morning, Ezra, it sounds fantastic. Share with our audience what NMCAM does.
Absolutely. So our main thing is really partnering with young people, right? That's a really important piece to us, is that we authentically engage with young people whose lives have been impacted by foster care, the juvenile justice system, or may sort of be disconnected a little bit. And really partnering with them to build some community and to change the systems that are having these impacts on their life. So that's really the core of what we do.
Okay, and what's interesting about this law and what you guys were advocating for, Marco, we'll talk here in a second about the fact that there were so many young people on board with this, but we're talking about kids that maybe middle of the school year, something happens.
That's right.
They get, they're in a foster home, they move, they experience homelessness, they have some bad things that happen to them, and it could potentially affect their school. They get transferred to another school, and they're not getting the support to reintegrate back into that new school. So young people stepping in saying, we want to do something about this. This wasn't just passed by lawmakers. Tell us how the youth got involved and how they helped shape this bill.
So first, we all started pretty much by talking about our experience in foster care. We all each started foster care to begin with, so we kind of like all talk about the struggles we were facing when it came from moving from foster home to foster home and then getting transfer schools, having that difficulty of our transcripts not getting transferred, credits not getting transferred over. So that's how everything pretty much started, and we just started like talking with them, and they started helping us out, like doing the bill and all that stuff. Once we had something to like go from, we started taking it to this Santa Fe legislature, and that's pretty much the main thing that we did.
Yeah, and I would say, Chad, it's amazing when you go up there, right? I'm up there, and they expect to see me up there, right? But it's like when the young people are there in the committee rooms and talking to lawmakers, it's really amazing to see, these issues that they hadn't thought about. They really start to think about, and it really resonates. It's so powerful.
Yeah.
It's so powerful.
Yeah, I would imagine that this is something that a lot of lawmakers might not have thought of, that transitioning from one school to another. It's got to be so difficult to transition just from the home, but then you want to have some normalcy going into school, and then when school says, well, those credits don't matter, or we have a question on this. So we're talking about getting those transcripts within a couple of days, if I understand this law correctly, giving them special assistance if they need assistance integrating into these new classrooms.
Exactly.
So this is something that NMCAM helped with the lawmakers that sponsored. You've also got, NMCAM has got another program called Back on Track Project. So tell us a little bit about that as well.
So yeah, Back on Track program came about with many of these similar conversations, with young people like Marco, and I don't think Marco brought it up, but right, he was in 7 different high schools, right? That's just crazy, right? And so a lot of young people aren't as persistent as Marco, and they disconnect, right? And they disconnect from school, they disconnect from work, and outcomes become poor. And so our Back on Track work really started sort of as an examination into how do we build on-roads back onto these paths, right, to education and eventually employment, right? So it does a whole lot of things in terms of trying to connect and integrate systems that are out there, and just working with young people to build some social capital around them so that they can navigate a detour back on, right? I mean, there's a traditional path, probably one you and I followed, to education, right? It's kind of a straight line from high school into college. But what we know is people's lives don't go in straight lines, right? And so we're trying to build those on-ramps back so that these kids can be connected and build some community, not just community and partner and relationships with adults, which is very important, but also peer relationships, right, which can be so important. And in those journeys through those high schools, right, what can be so hard is those are all stripped away, right? I mean, those networks of friends, your ability to be in extracurricular activities, that's all stripped away, which is the things that kept me successful, right?
So many people take that for granted.
Exactly.
I would imagine. Very quickly before we lose time here, gentlemen, where can we go online to learn more about NMCAM and also follow along with this this law, because it's going to go into effect, and it's going to hopefully start helping kids this fall as they go back to school. So where can we go online to learn more?
So nmcan.org is the place to go, and you can learn information about the issue. If you're a young person, you can find out how to engage with us, and if you're interested in volunteering, we have volunteer opportunities, and I would just urge everybody to learn about this issue, and there's something everyone out there can do, and if you're not sure what that is, contact us and let's have a conversation.
There you go, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for being an advocate for your peers. Appreciate it. If you want more information on NMCAM, guys, just head over to foxnewmexico.com.